Sarah stared at the ceiling, her husband's soft snores a dull rhythm in the darkness. 10 years, 2 kids, and a mortgage later, the spark was gone. Not with a bang, but a slow, creeping fade. Sex, once a passionate dance, had become a chore, a marital obligation she dreaded. Sarah loved her husband, she really did. He was a good man, a loving father. Yet a deep sadness had settled in her heart, a longing for something more. This feeling, Sarah knew, wasn't unique to her. She saw it in the tired eyes of her friends. Women, often the emotional barometers of their relationships, were hurting. They loved their families, cherished their roles as mothers, but somewhere along the way, they had lost themselves. The demands of modern life, the constant juggling act of work, kids, and home had taken their toll. Many women, Sarah realized, were carrying the weight of invisible labor. The mental load of managing schedules, remembering birthdays, packing lunches, all while trying to hold down jobs and maintain some semblance of a social life. It was exhausting, and in the process, their own needs, desires, and dreams often got pushed aside. The very things that had once ignited their passions, their creativity, their zest for life, were now buried under a mountain of to-do lists and unfulfilled expectations. Society, Sarah mused, had placed unrealistic expectations on women. They were supposed to be perfect wives, nurturing mothers, and successful career women, all while maintaining a flawless home. It was a recipe for burnout and resentment. Men, on the other hand, were often given a free pass. Societal norms still placed the lion's share of childcare and housework on women. This imbalance created a breeding ground for resentment and frustration. The pressure to maintain a facade of happiness only exacerbated the problem. Social media made it difficult for women to admit their struggles. They felt like failures for not living up to this impossible ideal. The concept of invisible labor resonated deeply with Sarah. It was the mental burden of remembering doctor's appointments, buying groceries, planning vacations, the constant anticipation of everyone else's needs. This invisible load, often unacknowledged and underappreciated, took a toll on women's emotional well-being and, consequently, their desire for intimacy. When one partner feels constantly responsible for the smooth functioning of the household, resentment can build. This resentment often manifested as a lack of desire, a withdrawal from physical intimacy. It wasn't that women didn't crave intimacy or connection, rather they were emotionally depleted, their energy reserves drained by the relentless demands of their daily lives. Moreover, the lack of appreciation for their efforts further fueled their feelings of being taken for granted. A simple thank you for remembering to pick up the dry cleaning or packing the kids' lunches could go a long way in acknowledging their efforts and making them feel seen and appreciated. Sarah realized that the decline in sexual desire was often a symptom of a deeper issue, a lack of emotional intimacy. When couples stopped prioritizing their connection, when conversations became transactional and touch functional, the spark inevitably faded. Women, being wired for connection, craved emotional intimacy as much as physical touch. They wanted to feel seen, heard, and understood by their partners. They longed for conversations that went beyond logistics and to-do lists, for moments of shared laughter and genuine connection. Rekindling the flame of desire required more than just scheduling date nights or trying new positions in bed. It demanded a conscious effort to rebuild emotional intimacy, to prioritize their relationship amidst the chaos of life. It meant creating space for vulnerability, for deep conversations, for shared experiences that reminded them of the love and connection they once shared. The first step towards reigniting the spark, Sarah believed, was open and honest communication. Couples needed to create a safe space to express their needs, desires, and frustrations without judgment. It was about listening with empathy, seeking to understand rather than to defend, and being willing to compromise. Equally important was the need to redistribute the invisible labor. This wasn't just about dividing chores, but about sharing the mental load, the responsibility of remembering birthdays, scheduling appointments, and managing the household. By consciously sharing these tasks, couples could alleviate the burden on women and create a more equitable and fulfilling partnership. Finally, couples needed to prioritize their relationship. This meant scheduling regular date nights, carving out time for intimacy, and engaging in activities they both enjoyed. It was about rediscovering each other, fanning the flames of romance, and reminding themselves why they fell in love in the first place. The realization dawned on Sarah that her marriage wasn't over. It just needed a reboot. It was time to rewrite the narrative, to redefine their roles, and create a partnership that honored both their individual needs and their shared dreams. It wouldn't be easy. It would require effort, commitment, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. But Sarah knew deep down that it was possible. She had seen glimpses of the love and passion they once shared, flickering embers waiting to be rekindled. As she turned to her husband, a glimmer of hope sparked within her. This wasn't the end, it was a new beginning, a chance to build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship, one where both partners felt seen, heard, and deeply loved, a love story that was just beginning to unfold.